What's your worst quality? Meth addiction. What?
RFK intercepted us.
Oh
They
shit!
cut
You
us
said
out.
you're not supposed to say his initials.
At least not 3 times.
Yeah.
RFK?
Oh no!
You said RFK.
You guys called.
You guys can be doing chairlifts while you're recording.
He's in his jeans. and
Let's
just
rock out.
Soaked to the bone.
Coming
It has so many meanings.
to a decision.
It has a lot of meanings.
We've been discussing this. Do you hear that smooth honey drip voice?
Is that a thing that happens?
Honey drip.
No, you get soaked to the bone. Is that like?
It's a common phrase.
Yes, but in culture, is it?
Ball with the ball, the bang to bang.
It's not real.
The boogie said, Chuck the boogie.
It's not real. Hi, everyone.
Is this live?
We just got a cease and desist. Hi, everyone.
The 3 voices you heard, one of which is me. Hi, my name is Paul. I'm a co-host here.
My name is Ben, and I am also a co-host.
My name's Matt, and I am a co-host.
Basically, yeah.
You're in every episode.
Every episode, maybe more than either of you.
Well, we've all taken a break. You and I have both taken a
that's
break.
true.
There's more Matt Fosket in this.
Is this my show?
Is this mic still falling?
It's still falling. You're gonna be on the floor.
Are you the Dr. Raymond Cocteau of this program?
Oh no.
You mean like he gets burnt alive?
I mean,
I think
the
he's
shirt-
mostly dead.
Oh, he's shot in the head. You're
Yeah,
right.
he's shot in the head.
Yeah, he got.
So that's just cooking.
And you do like to cook.
is carne de cocteau.
See,
This is a cocktail burger.
Matt, if you don't know, it's Matt Fosket. He has returned.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Welcome back.
thank you.
It's nice to see your face.
I'm excited to be here.
And we are doing
He turned away and laughed as I looked at him like,
In surprise.
like you're
don't
not
lie to
excited.
me.
You are?
Don't
Well,
lie.
okay,
Don't you lie to me.
Hold on. Everyone, if you're listening to the first time, you're probably very confused. Because why the fuck are these 3 schmucks yakking it up right now? That's because we do a podcast, don't we, Paul? Do you want to introduce this program?
I was more like,
Do
oh
I?
yeah.
I was just like, holy shit, they didn't go through the thoroughness to put the nodes in the right places during any shot of that frozen ice cube, whatever, of where they put him on his body before he got frozen and where they were, but they made sure it had a huge cock.
Always winterize your pants.
This is a movie podcast where we will have a guest. That guest will bring us a movie. Sometimes it's 7 years old or older with a couple of stipulations, not part of a major franchise. This time, while our guest is returning guest Matthew Fosket, you did not bring us this movie.
I absolutely did not bring you this movie.
Oh no, that is indicative of your feelings. Well, we watched The Party at Stud and Kitty's by T. Dodge, Dr. Dodge, DDS, DMC, whatever. Dr. Dodge said, you got to watch Demolition Man with Matt Fosket.
Yes.
It was a special request.
Yes, and I appreciate being requested.
You acquiesced the request.
Why is everything so disingenuous with you? What is happening?
I think it started when Matt brought you a gift and you said, oh, is this something you want to get rid of?
And when I was at Tokyo Central today, I thought,
my
this
God.
would be a really nice gift. Maybe like something that he could enjoy while he's stoned, eating a camembert donut.
I know.
And I gave it to him, and he said, "Oh, is this some trash you found in your apartment?"
That's a way to put it. That's not exactly what I said.
It's 100%
That
what
was
I
the
heard.
subtext. That was the subtext, yeah.
It is 100% true. That is what you heard. But he put it in my hand, and I went, oh no, it's something nice. Is that what I said exactly?
And then I gave him mochi, and he dropped it on the floor.
Yeah, so we just start. This microphone is slowly falling, I'm convinced. Yeah, it's just going to be hanging dangles. So I guess, Matt, what have you been up to?
What you been doing? What you been doing?
moved to Los Feliz from North Hollywood.
Okay.
It's a wonderful upgrade for somehow cheaper. I've been getting moved in, doing all that kind of stuff.
Do you like your neighborhood?
I love my neighborhood. Probably a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, I talked to Rachel about how my wife, Rachel, who's also been on the show.
Rachel Fosket.
Rachel
Hi.
Fosket. How I've talked to other people and they say that they like where they live. And
Whoa.
living in North Hollywood, I was like, I don't know if that's a reality. Or if they just are saying it to sound positive in the conversation.
And then anywhere else you go is like living in San Angeles in 2036.
Mm-hmm.
I think Los Feliz is awesome. Every time I visit there, I'm like, there's great food.
Oh, yeah.
Great coffee shops. Great
there's
bookstores, too.
Everything that you want. Not everything, but you don't spend your whole day doing errands because there's what you're looking for is there most of the time.
Nice.
Yep.
And you all moved in, unpacked everything?
Yeah, little decorating things. Need
Yeah.
some rugs, but yeah.
Moving sucks, so
Moving does suck a lot.
yeah.
It's one of the 5 most stressful things that someone can do in life.
Wait, is that true? 5 most stressful things someone could do in life. Moving. Oh, it's on the board. You got it. Steve Harvey's happy.
Getting married, getting divorced, having a baby,
Moving. Yeah, I bet that would be on the board.
and final arrangements.
Hangnails.
Yeah.
Buying a house.
Hangnails.
Stubbing your toe.
Yeah.
Your life sounds incredible.
Being upset.
I had a hangnail one.
Being upset that your sports team lost.
I don't know what that's like.
Me neither.
Wow. Because I'm not a Niners fan.
Hey, please listen to our review Shelf Help episode celebrating the Seahawks Super Bowl victory in 48 and 60. In the 50 years of the franchise, they've won 2. 2 in less than the last 30 years.
What a joy to be such a dominant team throughout the season and then just take it to the house. Paul, what have you been up to other than getting bit by a scorpion or whatever happened to you?
What the hell happened to my leg?
Is that because you touched Ben's leg with yours?
I think so.
I am sharp.
Or it was like something on the pillow or something that bit me. I don't know. It's causing me worry. Well, either way, we can call Dr. Dodge, or
Oz?
we've got Dr. Fosket here, or we can call Dr. Cocktoe. Many doctors we can refer to. I went and saw this musician that I absolutely love. He's like this post-disco pop guy. I went with the B-Dog. We went and saw Donnie Benet. I had an absolutely phenomenal time. This jazz artist opened for him named Très Magnifique, which I think means very beautiful or very magnificent or both. I don't know.
Okay.
But he was awesome. Had a great time.
Nice.
Danced, had a couple beers,
Where was
whatever.
it?
It was fantastic. It was at the Regent
Oh, yeah.
in downtown. It was a cool little venue. Had a wonderful time.
Sounds delightful.
Yeah. Ben, what have you been up to?
I'm prepping to direct another play in the coming month. And so I'm been in production meetings and been reading the play and been meeting with a co-director. I've never co-directed a play before, so that'll be interesting. And yeah, so I've just been in a lot of preparations for that.
How does that work? Does one person direct blocking and one person direct style? How does that break down?
The biggest thing is that this play is in Seattle. It's Annie Baker's The Aliens, produced by White Rabbits Inc. And me and Lindsay are the 2 directors. And I've worked with 2 directors before as an actor, like co-directors. And I think it's just more of like a 2 minds working as one, trying to be aligned and tuned with each other to give direction, bounce ideas off each other and then give direction clearly. So it's not like splitting up of direction. It's just trying to really align. Lindsay is in Seattle, and so I'm only going to be there in person for about a week of rehearsal, and then the rest I'll be remote. So I think that'll be the biggest difference, is that she will be in the room and I'll just be sitting on Zoom.
Matt, this is where we do What Are We Watching?
What am I watching? Watching, watching, watching. What are we watching? What are we watching?
Dude, what have you been watching?
I've been watching a lot of things. I qualified for Tubi.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
It turns out I was wrong, and you just download it.
I have been sending a lot of personal information to people
Someone on
that should
Tubi.
not be getting
I
my
don't-
personal information.
I don't remember this, but at some point it became a bit where I was making fun of Paul for being so poor that he was allowed to watch Tubi.
And I said
I don't remember
my
it at
accountant,
all.
my accountant, like recommending it to me or something.
I see you're spending a lot on Netflix. Have you considered Tubi?
Also, have you seen my new business card at Tubi? Mark Jones at Tubi.
But Tubi is free.
Tubi is free, and you can fall asleep on the sofa and wake up to some crazy stuff.
Oh, like Mr. Kabuki.
Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Especially if you start with something weird.
Yeah.
Like if you start with some like real low budget something, you'll wake up to a high school film shot in Seattle. Like crazy.
I made that.
Yeah.
That was me.
Oh, the one brought to us by Skyline Wine.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So
very
what weird shit
experimental.
have you been watching on
Okay.
Tubi?
Trees Lounge.
Just list them off, man. Just go in a list.
The Buscemi movie.
The Buscemi movie.
Just give me lists.
It's not that. Leaving Las Vegas isn't that.
Oh, okay.
But like some stuff like that, you know.
I like leaving Las Vegas.
A movie. This was a little while ago, but Shogun Shadow. I got real into samurai stuff for a while.
Okay.
That movie is great. On the airplane the other day, I watched Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Oh, I haven't seen that in a long time.
I realized I hadn't. I remember it coming out, and I
Oh, yeah.
was sure that I watched it, but when I watched it again, I realized I had seen maybe I watched the first 10 minutes or something like that. And watching, it's one of my favorite movies I've ever seen. It's
Have you seen?
unbelievable?
Have you seen Hero?
Yeah.
Do you remember
Also
Hero?
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jet Li, right?
Yeah.
Is Jet Li? Oh, okay, yeah.
Jet Li's in it. Ong Bak.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a bunch of these that are
Yeah.
like so
I really, really like it.
fantastic.
Living alone, and you come home from work and you turn something on, but you don't really have like a direction. There's a lot of weird stuff to watch.
It's true.
There was a Monday I was off the other day, and I had a few gummies and watched like all 3 seasons of the Mighty Boosh, but only was awake for 2 episodes. I fell asleep at like 6:30.
Do you ever miss? Do you miss like the early 2000s of falling asleep and waking up to the DVD menu?
It's just that song that will not stop, but it's like a
Yeah.
22-second loop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you're like dreaming about it, and it's like partially in your sleep, and you wake up and you're like, "What is happening?"
And when you actually wake up, like you could not be more annoyed.
turn this off, get this out of my life.
And it's so bright also.
I don't think Matt misses this.
I kind of miss that. For me, we were just watching that Family Guy clip. I had those first 2 seasons of Family Guy on DVD, and I can just those DVD menus are like something happened through osmosis of sleep and them just being in my brain forever.
It's like they get caked on your like eyelid.
Yeah, yeah. It's like yellow. It's bright yellow. And hey, Lois, can you tell me my mom or whatever? Fuck. Never.
What else have you been watching?
Okay, I went to a theater to see a live performance yesterday because I think we should support, as you did, see live music, and I think it's important to see live theater and ballet and opera and jazz and all these cool things. So I saw, it's right here, I went to the Boston Court Theater and saw a little play called Octopus's Garden, which is a new play, and I didn't know anybody in it, but I had seen a little trailer that it used a giant octopus puppet, and I thought that sounded really cool. And so I took myself to the theater, and it was so fucking awesome. It was this giant octopus puppet. Three puppeteers have to use it. Obviously 8 tentacles that are all operated.
Usually we
and then
just
the
tape a
head,
bunch of cats
and
together.
it's in this tank. And it was a really great. Like the story was about them researching this octopus, and like they're in a tank, sort of. It's like a research center, similar like Monterey Bay. And then they come up with a theory that an octopus might be able to make music. And so they drop this like thing in this like floating thing that's full of these touch tabs that make different tones. And like in one night, the octopus makes like the best song ever made. And these 2 researchers are like trapped because they don't know what to do with this information, and they can't get the octopus to recreate it. And so it's this whole thing of like, did it happen? Like, we can hear it. Will anyone believe us? It was cool. It was like a cool concept.
Did they start to believe it's like a hallucination or anything like that? Or or
there's
just the belief that the octopus is willfully not going to do this again?
There was if I say anything more, it'll spoil it, but there is definitely an essence of it of like, are octopuses like are they because they're so hyper intelligent, and also like maybe we're not actually hearing what we think we're hearing, that there's maybe giving us maybe the octopus is doing something more than anyway.
Whoa.
It was cool. And
Cool.
Was it an allegory to show that Ringo Starr was the best songwriter in the Beatles?
at the end of the day, the octopus like transforms and it was Ringo the whole time.
I am
And
the
an
walrus.
Octopus's garden.
I am the walrus.
L.I. Vladimir Ulyanov Lenin, Donnie.
I am the walrus.
Also, I started
Welcome to Trees Lounge, motherfucker.
because of you and Sarah Coates. I started Traders.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Jess and I are locked into season 1. Where it's all we talk about. I dream about it.
It's really a fun fucking show. I couldn't get on board till this most recent season, but it's a fun show.
Yeah.
Did you watch DTF St. Louis?
Oh, I haven't started that.
I just watched. I think
I wanna.
There's 2. There might be a 3rd episode. I told you about it.
It's
I
good.
I liked the first one, but it's gonna depend on how it unfolds. If it unfolds kind of how they're showing like it's going to, it'll
out.
be kind of shit. Yeah.
You're out.
But I don't think it will. I think it's going to be more clever than that. And
I hope
think it'll
so.
be pretty good. Yeah.
I hope so. I'm like kind of letting a few episodes release before I
Yeah, it'd
jump
be
into
good to
You're-
watch a few.
You're one of like 2
together.
people that have mentioned it.
But it's shot really well. The acting's great.
No doubt.
Like everyone that's in it is really cool. So
What else have you been watching, Paul, other than DTF St. Louis?
I'll be brief. 3-time Oscar winner Sean Penn for acting is also a director. He made a movie called The Indian Runner that I wanted to mention to Matt. I didn't know this movie like fucking existed. It stars Viggo Mortensen and David Morse, and I think it's Patricia Arquette and Dennis Hopper. It's got this great cast, but it's produced by Steve Bannon. That's Steve Bannon.
Weird.
And it's written by Bruce Springsteen. That Bruce Springsteen. And I was like, is this based on like Johnny 99? And then I was like, is this based on Highway Patrolman? It's based on Highway Patrolman.
it's current.
It's from the 80s or like maybe 90.
Oh, okay.
But I was just like,
Now
holy
that'd be
shit.
crazy.
I was blown away. And I think the same thing. Like if you adapted that for now would be holy shit.
Well, I
Man,
just can't imagine Steve Bannon and Bruce Springsteen making a movie
Right?
together now.
that more than anything.
I also,
yeah.
I didn't realize Steve Bannon produced shit
Yeah, like apparently like a handful
than,
of
like,
things.
other than propaganda.
Apparently a handful of things, but at some point or whatever, I mean, I don't know. And Nebraska is such a cinematic album as well as like fucking depressing. So many things. But I didn't know this movie like existed. And I wanted to make sure I put it on people's radar because
cool.
performances and some of the thematic stuff, if nothing else. So it's got some shit going on. And I wanted to mention, as we're watching a futurist movie, a movie about man and technology and how this goes, I watched a movie directed and written by Michael Crichton, starring the mustache himself, Tom Selleck, a movie called Runaway. And it has a glaring Gene Simmons, and it's really, really something.
That Gene
and
Simmons.
That Gene Simmons. The movie, I just think this movie nails a lot of shit in terms of the way that things were gonna go, like in a low key way. Got it right. Not 96 Los Angeles. That was a miss. But you know, Runaway, not on my high recommendations though. It's a little kooky.
Okay.
It's one of the late night tubies.
So Indian Runner, yes. Runaway, no.
Yeah.
It is a special time to watch movies when it's like music now. Like it's not like when we were kids and you had to look for a CD. You had to like try to listen. Now you can just listen to literally whatever you want.
It's wild. It's really wild.
And with movies too, it's like it was hard to watch things, especially if they weren't what was currently coming out. And now you can just find.
But that's why I don't like that. It's like paralysis, like decision paralysis, because there's.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
It's like
Movies is harder because it's a bigger commitment.
But it's also
too.
like when I go to a restaurant, I don't want a menu this thick. I want a menu that feels like, oh, this each individual dish is like good.
It's one page you can flip. It's not a cheesecake
Yeah.
factory menu. And you said something about commitment. I feel like shows are a minimum 6 hours in most cases. Movies, my hope is that most of them are an hour 40 to an hour 50. In terms of Runaway, the one thing it gets right, I will say, is like, oh shit, cool, we'll all have fucking robot butlers or whatever at some point. Yeah, your Sony TV or your Alexa or your Roomba right now just like cleans your house or like helps you take photos or whatever, and people are watching you fuck, but somebody's gonna hack it and they're gonna try to use it to kill you. That's like the premise of that movie. It is so wild. I'm so glad I talked about it.
I guess, I mean, though, you can go through and you can say, I want to watch old Mickey Rourke movies before his, like, and you can watch you can watch them instead of like, oh, I would like to someday, but I don't have access to it. Like, you can go find whoever your actor is. Like, yeah,
dude.
We didn't watch a Mickey Rourke movie. Could have been, maybe. That would have been weird.
Yeah, dude, we're going to talk about that.
All right, let's talk about some facts.
Archaeology is the search for fact.
Let's go blow this guy.
We watched Demolition Man, 1993, Warner Bros. Silver Pictures, rated R. It is an hour and 57 minutes.
It sure is.
The budget is $57 million. It's 128.1 million adjusted for all of you depressed fans out there. Opening weekend is October 8th, 1993. It made 14 million in the US, 31.4 adjusted. Final gross North America, 58 million. That's 130.3 million adjusted. Final gross worldwide is the same.
I can't believe this didn't get a worldwide release. Stallone is such a global pull.
This is clearly like his attempt at Terminator, right? Like this is what he, right? Like this is kind of what he's...
I think so. I feel like I must have done some incorrect research here. Because like this has a fact on it about global differences. So I must have fucked up. So I'll own that as we're talking about the Terminator and AI and shit, because this had to have.
He also, neither of them were the first choices.
The Iceman cometh.
Oh, that's a fun fact.
We'll
Hold
get
on to that.
We'll get there. You don't know spoilers. Other releases this weekend, Mr. Jones and Me. Is that?
I don't.
The
I am the
Crow
walrus.
song?
Yeah, the Counting Crow song came out this weekend in 1993.
That's wild.
Yeah. I
Oh
know.
man, I can't. I'm colorblind. I couldn't tell you.
It just says Mr. Jones. I don't know. Weekend top 5. This movie. I just got your joke. It's so stupid. That's why you could count the crows. They're black.
I can't see shapes either.
Black is famously the absence of color.
I can't hear bird sounds. Leave me out of this. Birds aren't real.
Would you call it a murder, death, kill of crows?
Somebody put me back in the fridge.
Yep, that's what you get. when you-
187.
Weekend top 5. This movie, Cool Runnings, Malice, The Good Son, The Age of Innocence. Other films from 1993. Ernest Rides Again, Boxing Helena, Nemesis, Best of the Best 2. Some of these are made up. Trespass, Howard's End, Who's the Man, Boneheads, and The Fugitive.
That's real.
Oh, I know that movie.
Don't let that one get away.
I didn't kill my wife.
You're not going to be able to watch that on Tubi in the middle of the night anytime soon.
Why?
Because you're watching Samurai Cop. Because you had the choice.
Pause. I could do a shelf help of my 4K Fugitive.
Don't pause that. Yeah, man. That would be awesome.
Okay, back in.
We're back in. Go. Break. Oh, we won the Super Bowl.
Letterbox average 3.3. Follow us on Letterbox. I'm at Run BMC.
At Paul Acts Badly. Matt, have you been pulled into that black hole time waster?
No, but when you ask me what I've been watching, it might help if I was, because I would have some sort of record of what I was watching.
Can I please
I'm
show
still
you how
not
to
going
drive
to.
Letterboxd? Please. Damn! He's shaking his head no. I'm not
It's
doing
okay.
it.
You don't need another one. Siskel and Ebert. Siskel, they split. Ebert was up. Siskel did not like, I
Yeah,
suppose.
I guess he liked it, but not enough to recommend it.
Okay. Rotten Tomatoes is 66%, 67 popcorn, Metacritic 34, 6.3 user. Major awards, wins, and nominations. 3 Saturn noms, MTV nom, and somehow a Razzie for Worst Actress.
That makes no sense to me.
For all the Razzies give, that doesn't make any sense to me either.
I find Sandra Bullock in this movie very charming. Matt is stroking his beard like you two are crazy.
She has to say a lot of crazy shit.
She does.
Yeah, that's true. I think, but she is very charming. I feel like she's bubbly and giddly. She's always, to me, she's always believable.
I think she fits in the society that they're in the time.
And you can understand what she's saying. And that's really great.
Which is,
That's a cool thing.
because she's not mumbling to her mouth.
The Rabberg.
Takes a, what is a psychopath? What is the line? He goes, takes a psycho.
Takes a maniac to catch one. By the way, has anyone seen the movie Cobra? I just wish this were a sequel to Cobra. I just want to say it.
I might have seen it back in the day.
That's an established character that chases down serial killers, and that character in a sequel would have been infinitely better than John Spartan.
The names in this, John Spartan.
You know what's weird is when
Simon Phoenix.
It wasn't until I read the notes that it connected to me that Spartan was Spartan. Like when they were saying it over and over again, I just wasn't even thinking about the word. And then I read it, and I was like, wait, that was his name? Spartan?
All you were thinking about was that you had to kill Edgar Friendly. Isn't there someone you have to kill,
Yeah.
Matthew?
Yeah.
The worst name in this is the one that's like kind of racist. Benjamin Bratt's character is named Alfredo Garcia.
It's so like like they even pointed out later where they're like, oh, so new Pancho Villa? It's like, nope, still Alfredo Garcia. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's like a Mexican Italian place that you go get to Alfredo Garcia.
Fusion. Yeah, it's like a fusion place. I get what you're saying. This movie was directed by Marco Brambilla, who also directed Excess Baggage, Excess Bagel, Excess Baggage, primarily short films and music videos. Ben shaking his head. Writers of this film were at the very least Peter Lenkov, who wrote Son-in-Law. Is it Crotch? Is it Crap? Excess Baggage? Daniel Waters, Heathers, and Robert Renault, Action Jackson. Music was Elliot Goldenthal. Does anybody else feel like this kind of feels like Danny Elfman? Did anybody else hear Batman Forever? Like trying to play off of Batman Returns, and
I didn't really catch that myself.
I catch so many of the horns and kind of I'm like trying to play an instrument that's not here.
Yeah, I don't know if that's how you
It
play
feels a
tuba.
little Elfman-esque
Okay.
to me. I don't know. Frida, Final Fantasy, The Spirits Within, and Titus. If anyone's seen that movie rules. The Hopkins one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Julie Taymor directed. Cinematography was Alex Thompson, R.I.P. Legend, Excalibur, and Executive Decision. That movie
I
rules
used
because
to love that movie.
Seagal dies like right away. It's fantastic.
I think Seagal was supposed to be in there.
I can't wait to
so.
talk about that.
I think.
Producers of this film were Joel Silver, Die Hard, Lethal Weapon series, Michael Levy, The Last Boy Scout, Craig Schaefer, yes, the actor from Nightbreed, American Crude, and like 10 or whatever plus more people. Sylvester Stallone was Matt, believe it or not, he was Spartan. Over the Top, I See You,
Nice hat switch.
Paradise Alley, and Rhinestone. Wesley Snipes was Phoenix. White Men Can't Jump from 92, Sugar Hill, and Blade. Sandra Bullock was Huxley, Miss Congeniality, Practical Magic, and Speed. Listen to our Speed episode. Nigel Hawthorne, R.I.P., Dr. Cocteau, Watership Down, History of the World Part 1, and Amistad. Benjamin Bratt was Alfredo Garcia. Traffic, Doctor Strange, The Woodsman. Bob Gunton was Chief Earl. Shouts to Bob Gunton as like the asshole guy who works in a prison or as a cop or whatever. He's great.
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective too.
And
Sorry,
Shawshank.
When Nature Calls. When Nature Calls.
When Nature Calls. And this movie has so many good so many roles are so well cast
Yeah,
throughout this movie.
I would agree with that.
Shawshank Redemption, Argo, and 61 with the little asterisks. Glenn Shaddix, R.I.P., was Assistant Bob. Beetlejuice, Not Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Oh, no, you did
just
it.
said it 3 times.
You did it 4 times.
Dr. Cocktail. What was the other one? I'm not supposed to say 3 times.
RFK Jr.
RFK Jr. Sleepwalkers.
You can say Robert F. Kennedy. You
Sure.
can't do the
The
initials.
You can use the formal. That's fine. You can get away with that. Dollar Store Bill Hicks. Shit. Dennis Leary was Friendly. The Sandlot, The Ref, Ice Age. Bill Cobb's R.I.P. was the older version of Zachary Lamb. That Thing You Do! Exclamation point. Silkwood and The Cotton Club.
You left off a very important character, a very famous actor, who turned out got his start as a very dramatic phone receptionist.
Rob Schneider is the phone receptionist.
I hate that I laugh at him in this movie because I
He's
can't
not funny.
I can't think of another time I laugh at this person's work.
Home Alone 2.
Do I? Maybe I probably the gum like the tip that is funny, but that's not. I mean, that is him. I should give him credit for that. Yeah, there's 2 things, but I've seen way too much fucking Rob.
But
Schneider
usually
in my
there's a
life.
lot more effort going into trying to
Right.
make you laugh.
Well, luckily it's such a tiny little tidbit of Schneider in these 2 things we're talking about that I
Yes.
can stand him.
Yes, sure. Hey, Matt.
Matt just looks at me with disdain. Can we have more fun, please? You brought this up. You did. You brought
Hey,
Rob
Matt,
Schneider.
can you read the fun facts?
Fun facts, fun facts.
Fun facts, everybody. It's fun fact time.
Fearing an effect on box office returns smartly, Warner Brothers did not screen this movie for critics and placed it on press embargo until its release. There was a sign of the studio's lack of confidence in the movie. Sylvester Stallone has gone on record shortly after its release as being pleased with the movie, quote, a great action film, ahead of its time. That's probably how he said it. Fred Decker from Monsters.
That was a great Stallone.
Hey, Adrian.
Stallone agrees. This is very good, sir.
Fred Decker from Monster Squad performed uncredited rewrites. Originally, the script began in the future with Spartan being brought out of suspended animation. Decker suggested the movie open with the prologue set in 1996 to showcase Spartan and Phoenix in their natural environment, saying, if you don't show Kansas, Oz isn't all that special. Wesley Snipes hated the blonde dye job and shaved his head as soon as filming was complete. After this movie was released, Professor
MBA player.
Professor Dr. Dennis Rodman Dodge. Dr. Dodge and Dr. Rodman.
not a doctor,
famous North Korean ally.
and friend of the pod.
Dad.
Friend of the pod, yes.
Dad. Uh-oh.
Not a sponsor. Dennis Rodman began dyeing his hair in different colors, a look that was inspired by Simon Phoenix. Jackie Chan was the first choice to play Simon Phoenix, but Chan declined. Snipes was then approached several times, including by sorry, I don't have my glasses on. This is so hard. By producers.
We're slowly moving it away from
This
that
is all.
while he's
Doctors
reading.
love this movie and, are behind this movie.
We just keep pointing to different lines on the paper to see if you can read it.
I can't.
This episode is brought to you by glasses. Wear them.
If you go to the doctor and they say you need to wear your glasses, it's advisable.
Consider it.
Consider it.
For driving, at least.
Don't tell me what to do, government.
RFK Jr., RFK Jr., RFK Jr.
Hello, friends.
Glasses are for the weak. Keep going.
You can put beef tallow on your eyes and it fixes you.
Inject protein straight into the eyeballs.
Okay, including so a producer went to his home and he eventually agreed. Lori Petty was originally cast as Huxley, but she and Stallone didn't get along, and she was replaced with Sandra Bullock 2 days into production. In different television and international cuts, the movie Taco Bell, in different television and international cuts of this movie, Taco Bell is digitally replaced with Pizza Hut. Both restaurants are PepsiCo brands, but one or the other is not available in different countries. Screenwriter Daniel Waters' inspiration of the three seashells came out of necessity. Spartan had to use the restroom, and something had to be different. Waters, having trouble with conceptualizing this, called his buddy, fellow screenwriter Larry Karaszewski, and asked him if he had any ideas. Coincidentally, Kalarulewski was in the bathroom when he answered. He looked around and said, "I have a bag of seashells on the toilet as decoration." Waters said, "Okay, I'll make something out of that," without explaining it at all in the film.
I actually find that pretty funny, but also kind of gross, because how long does Stallone have a poopy butt? How often is he poopy butted?
I thought maybe he didn't go because there wasn't toilet paper. He came out, said you don't have any toilet paper, and that's why he then used naughty language.
I hope
and
that's so much better.
I feel like that's probably true, Matt.
Oh, I'm so glad I hopefully misunderstood this, because I was just like, this man.
So if you were to log line this
dirty.
movie, what would you think the log line of this movie would be without looking at that paper?
My log line for this movie is what happens when Rocky is given a gun, is cryogenically frozen, and wakes up to fight Blade.
That's a good pitch.
Because we know it's not Rambo, because Rambo doesn't
Yes,
Stallone
the other log line would be what happens if Rambo takes place in Idiocracy.
They say Rambo at some point.
They do.
Yeah, I need to borrow this, Rambo. Like, Snipes says that as if Rambo must be played by Schwarzenegger in this universe? Someone else.
I think there's just a handful of trying to be very like too clever, and making weird comments that are
There's
about
a lot of
real life
movie
outside
comments
of
that are like, feel unnecessary. Like there's a Jackie Chan reference, there's a
Schwarzenegger's
Star
president.
Wars reference, there's a Schwarzenegger's the Lethal Weapon poster.
I have a heart for how this movie always wants to have something be a little bit different, but is nostalgic for the time it's from. Like, it does try to put you in that stranger in a strange land thing. There's effort there, but like, I don't know. I definitely do feel there are times when someone wrote this and then put on their glasses and was like, see that?
No one's even going to get this.
See how smart that is? Glasses.
Well, you got to have your glasses. We need to take a break. We all need to find our glasses.
I'm going to read this without glasses. A police officer is brought out of suspended animation in prison to pursue an old, ultra-violent nemesis who is loose in a non-violent future society. I think it's good.
The log line?
Same matter can occupy some space.
I'm going to leave you in suspense. The log line.
Bum, bum, bum.
Adjust your glasses. We'll be back.
That song.
The following is a Review Reviewniverse approved message. Young people from all over the globe are joining up and subscribing to guarantee a better Review Reviewniverse future. We've just begun to produce what the hosts are calling Big Help, or the Review Shelf Help. It's an ugly show, a physical media sycophant fandom show, a show as hostile as well as overwhelmingly, confusingly positive about physical media and helping you decide what belongs on your shelf. If you'd like to know more, listen to our surprise sneak episode celebrating the 60th American football champions of the world, Seattle Seahawks, and tune in to our upcoming and exclusive channel that will have shelf help episodes of Under Siege, Kindergarten Cop, Clueless, Starship Troopers, and even more. Would you like to know even more? Then keep listening. Like, share, and subscribe to the Review wherever you listen, and assist in the rapid expansion of the Review Reviewniverse.
Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen.
Back to the program.
You talk about weed gummies or edibles, and I feel like cold brew is the same kind of delivery where depending on where you go, you don't know the power of their cold brew.
No, it's just that if you drink too much cold brew, you might get a tummy ache, or you might have a little too much energy.
You might go blind, and then you won't need your glasses.
If you have too many
gummies,
well, this is why this was outlawed in the future.
You gotta go sit outside and hold on to the grass for a while.
Have you never had so much caffeine that you're like, that you are anxious until your entire body is upset?
I don't think my body responds to caffeine quite like that.
Oh,
I definitely have. Yeah.
I empathize with that.
Yes, poop. But my anxiety will go to a point where I'm like, I'm not hungry. I'm not thirsty. I just need to sit here and like let this caffeine wear off.
Yeah, and do something with focus, a fucking puzzle, a Lego set, like writing.
No, it mostly just tries to get me to like
Poop.
0. Like it just gets me.
It just gets you
it
going.
doesn't take me
Yeah,
further than that.
I can overdo it. It's like it's a regulated drug, and that's why it was outlawed in this fascist future. In this movie we're talking about, Demolition Man. Bet you didn't see that coming, did you?
Well, not without my glasses.
Ben, we're gonna play a round of Cinephile. Matt, I'm sure you remember how this works. Ben is gonna show you a card. It's gonna have an actor. It's gonna have a movie that actor was in. You're
You
gonna say
owe
the
1
actor.
credit for bad language.
Oh.
You're gonna say the actor. You're gonna say the movie. Then Ben's gonna say an actor, or then Ben's gonna say the movie.
Same actor.
You've done this. Great.
It's Cinephile, folks. Cinephile time. Cinephile time.
Meryl Streep.
Name the movie. You get the movie.
Oh. Sophie's Choice.
Okay. Devil Wears Prada.
A Cry in the Dark.
I'm not going to be good at this. I'm just going to guess Driving Miss Daisy.
Wait, hold on. Let's go to the board. Is Driving Miss Daisy on the board?
Ding, 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 ding. Who's in charge of the goddamn board?
Steve Harvey.
Can you believe that Driving Miss Daisy was nominated for Best Picture and Do the Right Thing wasn't?
That's insane.
It's so wild.
That tells you how many white people were in the
The Academy.
in the Academy.
Shit. Wild. Okay.
Green
so,
Book won. So
Matt, what was your very first experience with Demolition Man?
On Sunday night, I watched a half hour of it.
Holy shit. Okay.
And then I watched it from the beginning again yesterday afternoon.
Okay.
Or no, sorry. Saturday and Sunday morning I watched the whole thing.
Whoa. Okay.
But I've never seen it. I have no nostalgic feelings towards this film. I do love post-apocalyptic sorts of be weary of the future that we could. Dystopian, Orwellian, yada yada.
Super Mario Bros. Brazil.
Yes.
Water World.
the what have you thing.
And I tend to really like silly sci-fi films as well. So this is a movie that conceptually I would be all about.
Okay.
So you watched it and you decided out of 5 your rating is?
I feel a little bit bad. I'm going to say, as of now, my opinion of this movie is 1.5 little girls yelling at a reporter, "Fuck you, lady!"
One.
That is devastating. I am demolished. Fuck you, lady. The delivery's so good. And Matt, to the point of that, that little girl nails that. And when he says, "Good answer," like, I'm like, fucking A, man, if you just didn't have that Stallone line right after. Shit.
He's always got to have that last line.
I wrote this down after the first 10 minutes of watching this movie. God bless a movie with a storyline that makes no sense and words you can't understand.
Nothing bad can happen.
Okay.
It can only good happen.
God bless America.
Oh, wait, let me give you 5 on that, Matt.
Oh, yeah. If you missed it, they just mime to do a 5 like they do in the police station in the future. Is it my turn?
And then Matt flipped me off. It is your turn.
I saw this movie when I was a young child. I don't remember if I rented it from the Blockbuster or if we watched it on like TNT or something. I feel like I watched it in its completion without anything edited out. So I think it was a Blockbuster rental, and my mom didn't care what we rented. So I'm sure she was like, "What is this, R? I don't care."
Yeah, baby, yeah.
And I loved it as a kid. I especially loved, and this is probably like preteen Ben, I especially love Sandra Bullock and the sex, quote unquote, sex scene. And it's something
Sandra Bullock is an eternal crush for me. I'm with you.
Yeah. But I love, and I now, so, okay, I loved it. I probably would have given it like 4.5. And I watched, and I have not watched it in a long time. I actually asked Paul, I'm like, well, "How are you watching this?" And he was like, "I own it." I'm like, "Oh, well, fuck. I don't.
Thanks a lot.
I just haven't seen it. And I've spoken highly about it in terms of like something I enjoy because of my memory.
Oh, you're about to deliver some
I
news
enjoyed
here. This was a 4 or 4.5.
It was, yeah. And so I watched it last night, and it is a very fun movie. Like it is undoubtedly a fun movie. It is not a good movie, and it's not a well-written script. And I think that like at a certain point in the movie, they just kind of like, it felt like they're like, and then, yeah, they're just going to rush and they fight and they chase and they fight and they chase and they fight and they chase and they fight. And that's just kind of how the movie progresses until it ends. I still think it's a very fun movie. And I think that at the end of the day, what else do I want? You know, I love watching something that is fun, and the futurist sort of like predictions are all very prescient and interesting. And like, oh yeah, look, they're talking on computers like Zoom, or, you know, like these things where you're like, oh yeah, they're self-driving cars. That's all interesting and fun. I think at the end of the day, like, give me T2 1,000 times over this movie. In the same kind of wheelhouse with a little bit more grounded stakes. And I think the stakes in this just feel kind of cartoony, or not even cartoony. I feel like it feels like a kid's movie, but they just say fuck it a lot.
I don't fully understand what the stakes are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I don't really know what how John Spartan changes or what needs to happen for him. Like, it really is just a prolonged chase sequence.
Mm-hmm. Well, and at the end of the movie, they even say, like, we don't know what to do. And he's like, you meet somewhere in the middle. And, like, that's kind of the movie's message in terms of working it out and how the movie's working it out. I don't know, figure it out. And it's kind of like, no, this is a movie, actually.
When did T2...
From the middle out.
Yeah.
When did T2 come out?
91.
Yeah,
okay.
2 years before this. I'm going with a heart on it, and I'm giving it...
Because of the nostalgia? Is that what heart means?
I think for me, the heart is like, I will still rewatch this regardless of what my rating is. And I'll give it, and I had to, I'm giving it 3 seashells.
Of course.
When I knew it was a 3, I was like, I have to go with the seashells.
What are they for? Why are you doing that? Are they for?
He doesn't know. He doesn't know what the seashells are for.
You shithead, cocksuck, dick brain.
You could use seashells to wipe
There's
your
a
ass,
theory.
I'll be right back.
There's a theory that the seashells are buttons for a bidet.
I like that. I would like to have a bidet in my home.
I do have a bidet in my home, and
Excellent.
I actually just got a camping bidet, a portable bidet.
Really cool flex.
Whoa.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Because I'm going on an 8-day backpack, and I was like, I can't have a nasty butthole.
Whoa, apparently we have to debate whether or not John Spartan has one in this movie. Ben, we don't have to debate.
Well, actually, we kind of see his, so we do know.
What if when he's frozen? What if when he's frozen?
No, that's before.
What if when he's the frozen cube? There's just a little bit of poop.
I just noticed the balls.
You have no excuse.
Right when he's being frozen, he's just like.
Why does this thing just have fucking insane? We're talking about cartoon genitalia.
The Iceman.
I like imagine the Han Solo frozen scene, except he's butt ass naked, and we see his dog.
But he still has this reaching out thing, like he's gonna save himself.
But he's got this luscious cock. Just massive yak ball.
Joel Silver, get out of here. All right.
This is a good movie.
Paul, you need to tell him so we can start talking about this movie.
Okay, when I first saw this movie, it must have been 95 or 96. And it was on VHS. My Uncle Ramon and Aunt Carrie, my babysitters, were like, what? How old are you? Like 4? You haven't seen Demolition Man? Sit down. And like... watch Demolition. Now, keep in mind, I was only but like 30 at the time.
Okay, so I was wondering if this was a real admission to your age or not. That was interesting.
I watched this movie and was absolutely dazzled by it. Got me on this rush of so many different post-apocalyptic movies.
As a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh, your friend, little kid?
Wait, you said 4-year-old?
40-year-old.
I was 40 years old.
Okay.
At the time.
Were you a 40-year-old virgin?
It's none of your damn business.
Still are.
I'm a 47-year-old virgin who runs society.
Kelly Clarkson.
So, I was dazzled by it, though. And I ended up owning it on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray. Now I have it on Arrow Video 4K. Look forward to our Shelf Help Arrow Video 4K episode for this movie. We'll just leave it at that. Watch the movie in the 4K. I don't know how many times I've seen this movie. I can tell you for certain I've never watched it with a critical eye.
Because you can't.
Wait, does that include your most recent watch?
was gonna say, I finally watched it with a critical eye, and then it was just like balls, and I was like, okay, I'm done.
But it.
I put my glasses on. I was like, those are balls. I was out.
We think that there's nuclear weapons in Iran. No, those are balls.
That's just a huge... That's just a huge horse.
RFK, they're balls. Please stop.
That's just a huge horse cock.
Maybe it's full of protein.
Well, Dr. Dodge, you did it. I'm crying. I don't think I've ever cried recording an episode, so thanks for that. To Ben's point, I will say in terms of my critical eye thing, also just like...
Do you need to take a second?
AI assistance, I don't. I'm courageous. I'm human. It has AI therapists and free speech is under attack, and it has comments about fascism and STDs evolving and the way that this guy kind of gains power. But so many things just happen in exposition dumps or like tiny moments of like one-liners or what have you.
It does, and like what I found interesting too about the future talk is that so much of it doesn't actually add to the progress of the story.
It's kind of like watching
It's just
at
like set
times,
dressing.
It's like a Netflix movie where someone's just repeating the context or saying the context in some way.
But it's just like, look at this thing. This is how we have sex, and it's like, but why though?
Well, because people got STDs. Well, and
No,
then
but
we
like,
had to because Cocteau tricked people.
I guess the thing is like for me is I'm always about like what is it thematically that this world is doing that is going to change our character.
I think it's so brief when it goes over how Cocteau came in and took control of everything after a big earthquake. And one of the things that he did was like wanted to control reproduction. But like my thing with that is how big is this? Is this control worldwide? Is it just this area? Why can't people leave this area?
He said something about leaving it at some point.
I thought of Running Man.
I get lost
While I watch this. Interesting enough, as someone who's working on there's so much of this that's from the Time Machine, because the whole class structure of these, like the rich people live up on the surface of the world and the poor people have to live down below. That's straight out of H.G. Wells.
But there's that's part of my problem with it is that there's a million other movies that came out before or books that came out before that have the same general idea.
Yeah.
And so watching this one and saying, wow, look how real, look how right they got it. I was like, they had nothing to do with it. They didn't come up with
I need Paul to give his rating so we can start the movie, because I just need to.
I can make arguments for other movies. I get what you're saying. And I like that this movie is almost kind of predictive in not only the way that movies are going to kind of go, but I wish we had that foam thing that happens like in a car crash. That was one thing that we need.
Would you suffocate?
But I think you would die.
It would fill your lungs.
I think you would die.
But you wouldn't die from impact.
Oh. Not from
It's probably
impact.
way worse.
The insurance claim would be different. They got to push paper
You have a
different.
chance to survive the impact.
But not this.
Yeah.
Not if foam fills your lungs and then hardens.
But then if you can power punch out, then you're okay.
I do like some of the things that the movie is predictive of too, though, like the mini commercials, just like the jingles, how nobody has an attention span
Oh yeah, so
for much of anything. So I am going to give it 4. You know that dumb little hat he wears? The beret?
yeah.
I'm going to give it 4
He wears
berets.
that in other movies too, though.
So Van Damme wears it in a movie.
Van Damme wears
different. I think Bruce Willis ends up wearing it in G.I. Joe and or The Rock. But I'm going to give it 4 dumb little hats and a heart. I walk away wondering what this would be if it were Paul Verhoeven directing, someone with an equally as big or bigger ego than Stallone.
I agree. I think Verhoeven is an interesting choice, but I think that like at the end of the day, for me, it's not necessarily the direction; it's the script. It just feels underbaked. There's a really cool idea, and I think you just need to develop the Spartan character more, and then figure out like, okay, now we need to know what does he need. Because I don't know what he needs.
There's no version of a hero's journey. There's no
version of what he needs.
Yeah.
He's just kind of Mr. Bean through this. And
he's a tool. He's a government or whatever
for
tool.
sure. But for a main character, that's why T2 is so interesting, right? Because we get this character who has conflict within themselves, and like they start to feel and like all these things that you're like contemplating, and the two characters side by side. But in this, I'm like, what exactly do each of them? I mean, I get like, I think Sandra Bullock actually has the most interesting character arc of all of them. She becomes aware of, like, she was in love with the 20th, nostalgic, the 90s. She starts to see through the Matrix basically and see this is all bullshit. And they all start to slowly do that, right? And that's sort of what he does, but he doesn't do it out of any need or any want or desire. He just does it because he's there.
It's all kind of scattered, and it's to the point where you're talking about the writing, where someone who wasn't as directly involved in the writing process was like, we have to have this cold open happen so we understand where we are. The fact that someone from outside had to do that. And what I'm trying to say is that Paul Verhoeven would be a director that is rewriting as he's directing, and could, and also if it were, and I'm going to say, I try not to recast when we do this. Like, I don't want to recast almost anybody. I love the Snipes performance.
I think he's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
Stallone is the performance that's not really working for me. So much of it feels his vanity.
I mean, it feels like he thought this would be his Terminator.
Start the movie! Start the movie! Start the movie! And now, our feature presentation.
Tonight's forecast. A freeze is coming.
And is the opening of this movie, is it like the same opening as Running Man? It feels like it's like it starts in that helicopter.
It's similar.
There's a very similar.
He doesn't go to the ground. Richards
No.
doesn't. They get him in the helicopter.
He doesn't jump out of a helicopter with a bungee cord and then land on the ground somehow.
He doesn't pull a Darkman. Phoenix!
But also, I like the fact that he's called Demolition Man because he just blows up every building he goes into.
Well, and not like
That's so stupid.
there is. There are some.
We got to
some
stop these robbers in this
explosions.
bank. Did you stop the robbers? Yeah,
But
I
also
blew
blew
up the
everything
bank.
up.
But also gasoline. You see this gasoline, right? That's the movie does that. I kind of like the editing, and I kind of like the movie stylistically. This is part of like
The editing's wild.
Especially when Phoenix is
Kinetic and wild.
I feel like especially when Phoenix is in play.
Yes.
And I think that's purposeful.
I agree. It's kind of like over the top, wild editing.
A little. And the movie's also,
Nice.
it feels way longer than the 2 hours. The second act is bloated. I admitted after watching this, like, I could go up or down easily.
I will say that. I will say this. I thought that we rushed through the third act. By the time we got to the third act, I was like, wait a minute. It's almost like I checked the time frame. I was like, it's only 20 minutes left. There's still nothing's been resolved. We're just going.
Yeah.
And the set piece is long.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing. It's just one long chase at the end. It's just a chase and a fight, a chase and a fight, a chase and a fight.
Well, the prison sequence, the cryo prison sequence
is very long.
Matt.
So, well, I was going to say the premise of a movie like this is you have to suspend disbelief, right? Like you have like it's a fake, it's a made up premise.
Hold on. What?
Set your ass on
Do you
fire,
want- do
make
you
you
wanna
look
tell
like
him,
Darkman.
or-
I'm a funny guy, Hunter.
Go
'Cause
on.
he
I'm
was
sorry.
burned.
I so rudely interrupted you.
No, I just
Dropped
curious.
in.
Now, do we need to talk to you about that, or was
Oh, I had to say at the 6 minute mark, they said the title. They're like, "What are you, some kind of demolition man?" And I pulled the Leo meme and I pointed at the screen.
So you're supposed to do that, right? In a movie like this, you have to accept things that like this is absurd.
Yeah.
But there are also things they could have like done to make it make any sort of sense. So the reason that he got frozen was because
He killed a bunch of people.
but he didn't. Later in the movie, he says
Phoenix
the
killed them.
bodies were already dead when he got there.
During an action sequence,
They would
in
have
one line.
they would have known.
because they body scanned, they heat scanned the building.
But so the bodies were dead.
Yeah.
He goes into the building.
Yeah.
The building blows up.
Yeah.
He goes to jail for life or
Yeah.
gets frozen because someone else killed a bunch of people.
Yeah.
It doesn't make
framed
any,
Spartan for it.
but you would know that those
Are
bodies
you
hadn't.
so are you
Yeah, you would know.
Are you saying you're surprised that the court system failed?
Sylvester Stallone's white,
Oh, and he's a cop.
and he's a cop, so he should have got off scot-free.
I bet. Are you a cop? Are you a cop?
I'm not a co-op.
I bet you are a fucking cop.
I'm not a co-op.
I think he's a cop.
You lace curtain having motherfucker,
Also,
you.
the guy's name at the police station is named William Smithers.
No shit.
Did you catch that?
Oh, Warden William Smithers.
Yeah.
Be well. Oh, dude, you honked the honk and you tonked the tonk. You really paid attention. No, Spartan.
Also,
No, please.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
We're going to get there, but like, why?
Jeffrey Dahmer died in 1994,
A year after the movie came out.
but it said in 1996.
Well, they knew he'd be dead at some point.
He was killed in prison
he
by
was
another
one
inmate?
of the two of them. They say were one of the very early people to be frozen. Jeffrey Dahmer wouldn't have been part of it. It's just stupid.
Okay, well, let's.
Got it.
If that's the issue you have, I did think
I
that.
have so many issues, but
That's very minutia. That's so minutia, though.
but that's what you could have done. It with so many things. They could have kept it. Have some version.
This movie came out in
of-
'93, though.
I think they were just
but they
trying.
said in '96.
Yeah,
but they were
but
just.
they don't know he's dead.
But he died in '94. I think he was killed in prison. I think
So
in '94 or '5.
He was still alive when this movie was.
When the
made.
movie, but also like I think they just say Dahmer because they knew the audience, like it was like low hanging fruit.
It's
Or
all
like
low-hanging
Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the frozen Stallone. I saw it. But Dahmer was like a dude who would like hang out in an apartment. Like he's not like Simon Phoenix.
No.
He's totally different.
Yeah,
He does a similar thing, but in a different way.
If you released him into the world, he'd just kind of be like, all right, and go sit in an apartment and kill some other dudes.
Yeah, he'd be
That's
like,
all.
no, thank you. Yeah, and he'd
when
have a
they-
lot of trouble because they don't touch each other. Like, nobody touches anything.
When they freeze him, the ice tube is so phallic.
He's gonna freeze people though. Yeah,
It's like this giant
He's
phallic
gonna freeze
dildo,
people.
and they just like, it's okay.
Yeah, it's a giant silver dong.
Yeah.
It is a silver bullet and a half, and the mountains are blue, and it's for you. Like the whole
and
thing.
the effect is not good. The freeze. Do you think
The
that,
blue dot has aged.
Do you think that
weirdly.
when Schwarzenegger saw this is when he decided to play Mr. Freeze? Because he was like, I'm taking back fruit. I want to do ice. So
I have the biggest fruit?
Stallone doesn't get ice. I get ice.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's cold of you to bring that up. Even you think they were that icy with each other?
Maybe.
I mean, I loved the little beef that they had and like mentioning each other in their movies and like in Twins and in this and that. Like,
Did you see that the plaza that we get to in the future when we fast forward is called Ethical Plaza?
yeah, it's so lame. Dude, I do like when Sandra Bullock is saying to the warden, though, she's like, don't you think? And the warden's like, I try not to. However, you're young. Think all you want. Have a peachy day. Like, I like that there's a level of... I think the movie does a good job of being like, this is kind of dumb. Enjoy.
You know what's funny is because everyone in the future, and this again is taken straight out of Wells, is everyone's kind of dumb. Like Idiocracy does this too, but like the reason is because they've taken work away from the humans, and they've given it to AI, or they have workers who live underground. That's straight out of Wells, and their brains shrink and their bodies shrink, and they don't have any. They're not capable. Like that's why.
And everyone wears kimonos for some reason.
Kind of, yeah.
They all look like Scott from Best in Show.
It's
But I love that they're
In
like
8
the
kimonos.
police are like really dumb, and
Dude, when Rob Schneider, you don't get even a grin out of when he's like, if you'd like an automated response, press 1. Like, you're smiling when I do it, at least.
yeah, but your timing's better.
and why do they call it a murder, death, kill?
That's what a 187 is in police code, in the code book.
Is murder, death, kill?
187 means murder, death, kill. Yeah, that's what the code translates to.
Okay.
It's police code. If you're to go over your walkie and say there's a 187
It
at
means
this
that
address,
someone was murdered,
someone
or
was
there was
murdered,
a death.
or there was a death, someone was killed.
Why wouldn't they just say there was a death?
because they haven't determined what has occurred.
Correct.
Okay.
They're just on the scene, and this is what the scene is looking like in the moment. The movie does like an okay job at times, I think, of using some of this lingo, but it doesn't do a good job of like explaining it. Like it flexes all this shit at you, and then you're just like, what am I supposed to do with this?
And some of it's made up and some of it's based on actual things.
Right.
And you have no idea.
Right.
It really, actually, the more we talk about it, this really is like a worse version of Idiocracy. Like, because Idiocracy really does throw you into the same kind of thing.
Yeah, and instead of, ow, my balls, there's, look, my balls.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
But this,
Oh, my balls.
the sets in this movie, the costumes, for the most part,
so-
the effect, like the movie
Do you know how the
looks
sets,
very
so
high
did-
budget.
Did you know most of the sets, like most of it was shot at the San Diego Convention Center? Almost all of the futuristic things.
Oh no, I think they did a good job with it actually.
And then the LA Convention Center as well. And then I think it's the police station. It was shot outside the Guggenheim in New York, which is like it's like the weird looking building.
Weird.
I know they. No, I think the
movie-
selection of sets and where they shot was smart.
It's
I think
weird
it
how the-
looks really good.
It's weird how some of the special effects are great. Like the initial explosion
Yeah.
is pretty incredible.
For a movie called Demolition Man, I would hope so.
Yeah. But some of the other special effects are like
Dude,
trash.
outside of anything else, when he's frozen, the little nodes they put on him before he's frozen are in different places every time it cuts.
You have to remember, like, again, and we've done movies around this time frame. It's like this is like the pioneering of CGI,
at times, yeah.
Yeah.
and like they're just kind of throwing spaghetti at the wall,
Yeah.
and going, well, we can do lightning, and you're like, oh, okay, let's put that in the
It'll
movie.
look really like it'll look good and like yeah, it looks good, but at this point it's like it's not impressive. It looks better than Lightning and Ghostbusters, but
But if you consider that T2 came out like before this,
Yeah,
That was
and it
kind of
looks
my
better
point,
in
and that was a
T2.
lot of my point with the story. If it came out in '85, it would have a little more
runway.
yeah, but it's 93.
Yeah, it feels so late for being.
It feels like a kid's movie that it just has a lot of fucks in it. That's what I
Yeah.
like. If you were to take all the fucks out of this movie and the sex, like this feels like a movie made for kids. And not to say that's a bad thing.
Like Batman and Robin or something.
No, I don't. I guess there is. You guys make good points. Where I was talking about this with like the Elliot Goldenthal score, which I think he did Batman Forever. There's a level of like Schumacheriness,
Yeah, for sure.
that happens in this
Yeah.
that I think is like starting because it's like, man, I wish James Glickenhaus directed this and directed a Jackie Chan movie and a Chris Walken, but like hardcore action movies, and I want this to be more like
See,
that.
and that's the other direction this could go. is
Yeah.
If it just pushed it harder and gave in, I think, made the character of John Spartan a little bit more of an asshole or a little bit more of someone who needs to like solve something about themselves.
Well,
because I don't know what the dude needs to do.
I think that Cocteau is so dislikable and Phoenix is so dislikable and Spartan and Friendly are kind of like not super likable. Like you were saying, Ben, like I kind of am more on like the Bullock journey. Oh, she feels like she's kind of like a rat trapped in a maze and like, you know, she's able to finally get out. But the main threat that like Cocteau sees is all these perfect society, rich people, keep them docile and happy thing is like graffiti makes people feel unsafe.
It's like a weird version of eugenics too.
Oh yeah,
for
that
sure.
too.
Yeah.
100%.
I love that when their Phoenix breaks out and he's like just killing people and the cops are watching on
The eyeball.
They're watching on the security camera and he's killing the warden and they're just watching. Everyone's just watching.
It's like
nobody's
everybody's been-
doing anything.
Everybody's been like neutered.
Yeah.
It's crazy how quick that happens where it's I wonder if that STD STI thing they went through was like our COVID where everybody was like shut off for a couple years and like and everybody just kind of like devolved to a
But
degree.
it's only like 40-ish years.
But see, like what you're, it's 40-ish years, and also you're doing a lot of heavy lifting.
No, I'm just saying like what are they trying to posit with the movie? I'm not saying they're successful.
No,
at it.
I know, but I think that the movie isn't doing it's not giving me enough. It's one of those things where it's like I don't need the midichlorian effect, right? Like don't explain everything to me. Don't tell me exactly how everything is happening. But I just need it to like be part of something other
Show
than
us
just
that you actually thought it through.
yeah, other than just being like a tour of the future with Sylvester Stallone also fighting people, which is what the movie is like look at this and now there's a Taco Bell and you're like okay.
There are never stakes in the movie. When Phoenix breaks out, it's like I don't want people to be constantly killing people. It's like when I watch a Stallone movie, it's like cliffhanger, like people die and it affects people. In this movie, hundreds of people die. I'm pretty sure, and it's like not a big
don't
deal.
care. When
any
Phoenix is
point.
killing people, I'm like, go for it, man.
And it's like it's
Teddy bear.
It kind of
it's kind of fun. It's fun to watch.
because it's a person fighting cardboard cutouts.
Yeah, they're fighting like tokens.
Yeah.
Like just standees from the video store. And it's cool to watch Snipes like do the thing. The music's playful. The sound is great on the 4K.
I loved him getting the guns from the museum and like, you know,
It's really fun.
Yeah.
although like I also ask from a physics point of view, if you're kicking this thing as hard as you can,
Absolutely. But how much do you weigh?
yeah, and like how much force do you have to throw this body? Like you have to
yeah.
be one of the strongest humans in the world to throw that body at a force that's going to break the glass that
If
you
the
weren't
glass
doing
won't
from
break.
kicking.
Right.
Well, and at what point are people going to start listening to Spartan? The only person who kind of listens to him, I guess, is like Sandra Bullock, because he's saying the right thing like all the time, because I feel like that's part of the Stallone influence is like his instincts are like perfect. Like
Call it a cop thing.
Phoenix is going for a gun, believe me, plain and simple. And we get the references that are constantly happening where Snipes is talking about, come on, Hal, where are the goddamn guns? And
What did they say? Well, it's funny that they call him Hal, a little bit.
Yeah, the AI.
Yeah, but isn't their computer says that he's going to try to start a business?
Yeah. He's going to set up a drug business.
Yeah. I mean,
That's the AI prediction.
AIs are wrong all
You
the time.
look great today. Like, it does some funny shit at times that's like mildly effective.
The line that I did like is because when he goes to like the ATM that gives you like that boosts your confidence or whatever that thing is.
Yeah, and like has maps and shit in it and whatever.
And then he starts like kicking the shit out of people.
Yeah,
I think it's
hacks it.
Rob Schneider is watching them getting the shit kicked out of him, and he goes, "We're police officers. We're not trained to handle this kind of violence."
That's kind of
And I was
you're
like-
laughing, Matt. It is kind of funny.
And I was like, you know
At
who else?
times It's kind of funny.
And
The
you know
editing
who,
helps.
You know who else isn't trained? ICE.
No shit.
Allow me to break the
That's a
ice.
good point.
Yeah.
That's 100% correct.
And I have now reconsidered my score.
No, it's a thing where the editing. Stuart Baird, who edited this movie, it was a known Warner Brothers, I think, like stable editor, like somebody that was employed by them that came in to like make movies work. And the movie has so much style going for it, but as we keep hitting, it doesn't have a lot of substance.
I bet you what they had was absolute nothing. Like
To start with.
I bet you when they were like, we need you to make this into something, I'm sure it was like, okay.
Well, there's a lot of new writers that had to come in.
right. Uncredited
yeah.
people.
One of my almost ratings was insecure heterosexual males. Because when they're talking to each other and like calling each other, we're like, hey, and like, why are they being mean to each other? It's like,
Yeah.
no, I believe this is what insecure heterosexual males did in the 90s.
Yeah. And there is funny stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's also not really that funny when like the stuff that's supposed to be really funny doesn't really hit.
Yeah.
I don't think that Sandra Bullock's over and over and over again saying the wrong phrase. Let's go blow these guys.
See,
away. Like one time is kind
Yeah.
of funny and then it just won't stop and it's just not clever.
especially since they don't ever really introduce
I'm afraid that
Stallone
the
saying
condition has
those
left me
things.
cold.
Right.
Do you please of your
it's not like she's like echoing him because I don't hear him say those things before.
So
He corrects her and then stops correcting her, but the movie does a thing where it does the rule of threes to the point where it's almost like tiresome or like predictable at times. I think I get what you're saying, Matt, where it's like there's a level of it like it hits a joke a third time that in a lot of movies is satisfying, and in this movie for me it's
But it also,
not
it also,
as much.
it also, I think what they're doing is that she's like an expert in the 90s, right? She's like,
Right.
she's obsessed
Yeah.
with it. And so she's trying to say these
Yeah.
common phrases because she's an expert and she's heard them in her
Right.
studies or whatever.
but it's like
But they're
Owen
not-
Wilson being the smartest person on the planet.
Wow, you're so dumb.
Yeah,
You
or
know,
Luke Wilson.
Like
And
it's just not. It's not.
But you know what I mean? But I
Well,
see
he
what,
also might be.
I see what they're trying. Wow. I see what they're trying to do, but it doesn't really hit when you consider like Schwarzenegger doing in T2 like Hasta la Vista or I'll be back. He's like echoing shit. He's
He's a
repeating,
learning
Right.
computer.
He's repeating shit.
Yeah.
Like there's
Yeah.
a purpose to it. This doesn't. It's muddy. It's
And that's
muddy.
what I mean.
No,
There are things that are funny. There are
Yes,
lines that are
yes,
funny.
yes.
But those things that are like, this is gonna be iconic, funny, hilarious. Like they're not really very funny or clever.
This movie doesn't like get tone. It doesn't juggle the tones well. And Ben, you make
The
such
only person that does is Wesley Snipes. He's the
so
only
good.
one that knows what this movie is.
And I think
The character actors
didn't want
do
to do
too.
it.
No, I think everybody except Stallone, and the ride you're on is with Stallone, and that's the thing that, and I think the movie plays maybe to, this guy had so much power in Hollywood still in the early 90s, and Ben, you hit a point with Sandra Bullock where this person is such an expert, it's like Batman Forever, where it's like, this is Dr. Chase Meridian, and Batman's like, who's this fucking idiot? So what was I saying? And you're like, no, that doesn't, I'm more on the ride with this person, and I like the idea when we actually see her get to fight. It's pretty satisfying, and then they take her out of the movie.
Yeah, and she gets sidelined, and her character doesn't really have much to it other than being a tour guide and wanting to fuck.
The fact that he is an alpha male like turns her on because it's something that she's obsessed with and doesn't experience,
which I
from
love.
anybody.
But it's like you got to give her more to do, man. Like
I don't disagree.
The end of especially in this third act, where it's just like we don't know what's going to happen. Let's just put them in a chase and then they fight. I don't know. That's kind of how it ends. It ends like a Fast and the Furious movie, but one of the last ones. You know what I mean? Where you're just like, I don't know. They're throwing cars at each other. They're freezing each other. I don't know.
They go to space,
insane.
I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
That if they haven't, they're going to.
No, they've gone to
that's
space
a
in one
guarantee. No, when Dr. Cocteau gets introduced in the second act, it is one of those things that you're like, dude, I'm already wrapped up in the Simon Phoenix of all of this, and the movie bogs itself down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and the mystery is not mysterious. Like the second that he's out, Phoenix is out, he's like, you can tell he's like being programmed to do something. And the second they show Cocteau, you're like, oh, this is the bad guy.
Yeah.
But he's also not big enough. Like he's not this like grand.
No, but
he's just.
They could have easily, I mean, not easily, but they could have tried to bury the mystery a little bit, you know, like make it more of a noir, but they didn't. They chose to just be like, I don't know, we're not going to leave him in suspense. That's the bad guy. We're going to do it in the second scene that he's in.
And then the bad people that you think are like, you're supposed to think that people underground are bad.
Well,
right. Right.
But
you're kind of,
but his last name is Friendly.
And it, well, that's the twist.
Oh,
yeah. But it takes you a second to be like, oh, those are actually the good. Like it's set up like, oh, these are the rebels, but you're not supposed to know. You don't know if you're supposed to like them or not. And it takes you a second to be like, oh no, those are.
Running Man does the same thing.
This movie's really heavy with it, and I think it's heavy with it from the Stallone part of it after they go to Taco Bell, where he does this very quote unquote heroic thing and stops Friendly and everybody from getting food. And that's their main thing is they're like, we don't follow Cocteau's rules. Like Dennis Leary goes on a rant about it at a point in the movie.
Dennis Leary playing himself, basically.
Yeah.
Do you know what he said about the movie?
I would like to know. Do you remember Dennis Leary's I'm an Asshole?
Yeah.
The song he had?
Yeah, I do.
I'm an asshole.
Does anybody remember Bill Hicks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to hear what
When asked what he thinks about the movie, he said, "It is a pile of shit."
Oh, wow. This is good to know. This is very good to know.
I wonder if he says that about all of his movies.
Probably.
Just across the board.
Yeah.
The Ref was all right.
Not just mine. All the
Ref?
movies are bad.
Amazing Spider-Man. It's a pile of shit.
It's a pile of shit. When they go over how Stallone gets the individual tracking, how so many people, when they get thought out, if they don't already have it, they have a chip that does everything like for them and tracks everything they do. Everything about this gets thrown away.
Oh, it never goes back to it, does it?
They never come back to it.
Not really, no. Like, his hand itches because of it at a point, and they're like, yeah, you didn't think we would... Of course we were going to low jack you, and that's it.
It never comes back around to, I don't think.
No.
The idea is interesting, and it never goes anywhere.
I think that is the entire movie in a nutshell. The idea is interesting, and it has like a lot of interesting like concepts and ideas and world building. Give it credit for the world building. Yeah. Like the world building is fun.
But they have to bring out of a frozen serial killer sociopath to just teach them that if they go into the underground, that's where the bad people are.
But why do they ultimately have to be there?
That's what I mean.
Like, why can't they leave San Andreas or San Angeles? Shows you what I know.
I have a lot of. I mean, they don't. Yeah,
And
I would say
I understand that's a privileged statement in a lot of ways, but
we have done this I've done this in a few movies that we've watched where I've said like I actually think this would make a decent series if it was remade.
Yeah.
And this is one where I think you could remake this in a series and do something interesting with it for like an 8-episode block. But caveat, you still got to have Snipes in there, baby.
But you'd have to rethink. You'd have to take very basic concept and rethink. Like you'd have to make it a very like serious.
Yes, you would rethink the future. You would a lot of the similar ideas of like this fascist dictatorship taking over are sort of like baked into dystopians. But
makes me want to puke.
yeah, I mean that would never happen. But I think that like the core of like there's a serial killer from the past who is unfrozen and loose, and then they bring the detective back. To like that's an interesting concept that you could revisit.
Yeah. This is why I was saying earlier they should have made this a sequel to Cobra to a degree. That's like a fleshed out character. It's like a rip off of Dirty Harry. But it's like, yeah, like make that decision. Make this guy like to a degree like likable or unlikable. Make some sort of
make him something.
He's just way too milquetoasted.
He doesn't feel like a cop, or he doesn't feel like a detective. What? He doesn't feel like, he just feels like he has a beef with this guy.
If everything
that's
about
all it seems like
when they're in the museum,
it's actually Rat.
When they're on the ride over and he's just like, somebody put me back in the fridge. Like I'm feeling that way about this movie conversation to a degree where I'm like, dude, I feel like I really want to fight for this movie, but Ben, I feel like you're definitely more on Matt's side where it's like, no, man, this movie's like not very good.
Well, I think here's the thing. It's like, it's fun. It's a fun ride. And and that's why I think it has staying power is for so many people. All they want is a fun ride. You know, I mean, like another person that could have made an interesting vision with this movie is John Carpenter.
Agreed.
Like there's there's that version of the story that could, but I feel like it kind of goes down the middle line. It's the whole movie's kind of milquetoast. It's an interesting concept, but it doesn't go anywhere. And the fight sequences are not that great.
They're okay. I think Snipes pulls it off.
Is good.
He has a really cool physicality about the I like the character. I like the performance.
But a fun ride, I don't want to alienate your listeners. Some people like to just listen to Hoopastank.
Everyone!
Holy shit.
You know? Like, because that makes you feel good.
Yeah.
That's the reason?
And it's terrible. It is the reason is you.
Go for the turkey.
Is it objectively terrible, or is it?
Some people, like everyone has different things that they like. Some people want to watch a movie that is... You know what I mean? Like
this is a perfectly fine movie that you turn on your hotel room on TBS and it's halfway through and you're like, sure.
And then partway through you realize that there's other channels.
Yeah. And then you're like, oh, there's diners, drive-ins, and dives. I'm going to go to that.
It loses me after a little bit because Spartan does just like things that don't necessarily work for me. Like as a cop in general, it's like he's going on luck at some point. At a point, he like drops a weapon when he's being attacked.
That's why I called him Mr. Bean.
What the fuck is this guy doing?
He's Mr. Bean.
Yeah, I get that. I get that fully now that we've been talking. It's like when they're talking about fucking, and he's like, you know, the horizontal mambo, the hunka chunka. And I'm like, what the fuck is the hunka chunka? Why did we keep that?
That part gets.
You've never hunka chunka?
I cannot afford it, or something has happened to me that I'm not aware of, or I've done something I'm not aware of.
Sounds like a bar of chocolate.
I'm not cool. It does. Like it's
hey,
like,
Ma, can I get a hunka chunka?
Like, is that what? Never mind.
Charleston
I'm not gonna say
chew.
It.
Yeah,
yeah. It's dumb. It has interesting ideas where he's like, all I want to do is knit. And it's like, oh, the idea that everybody has this thing.
Yeah, that never came back.
When they're being rehabilitated.
She didn't even. I thought maybe she'd wear it at some point.
I thought that maybe
something.
when he was fighting Phoenix, like I was like, oh, maybe he has to like knit something really quickly.
Wait, stay over there. I have to knit myself a sword.
Or like maybe
Stallone is wild.
It's really bad.
It was.
It sounded kind of like you had a stroke.
It was like Jürgen Prochnow doing Dolph Lundgren, and I know how specific that is.
But like, if he had at the very end in the fight, if there were like wires that he had to like put together. He's like, it's just like the same thing as knitting. Like something for that to make sense. Why is it in the movie?
He's like, I feel bad that I tried to kiss you or grab you and shit. Here's a sweater.
But
and she's
why
like,
is it-
it's all good. And that was the end of it.
Why? Yeah, why is that in the movie?
The idea that like people that have been in the prison system need to have something they're obsessed with to not do bad things is what you're talking about. Is Ben me conflating like, oh, I know why the movie's doing that, but the movie never goes over it, and it's just used as a tactic to be like, sorry, and it's lame as fuck.
It's just easy. It's easy writing, I guess. You're just like, I'm just gonna create a bunch of things and never.
I guess
bring
it's
them
the
to-
juxtaposition with Wesley
Wesley Wipes.
Getting excited.
Wesley Swipes.
You know who wasn't wiping?
Is that what was coming out of the machine? That's why it worked so well for Stallone. Fuck shit, bitch. My ass is real poopy shitty.
You gotta get on your glasses so you can get your Wesley's Wipes.
But he learns kung fu and he learns all this stuff,
Right.
and then all Stallone got was this
Knitting.
this and turned him into a girly man or whatever.
And Stallone sees the footage from the fight or the interaction with Cocteau and Snipes, and it's just footage from the movie.
Yeah.
He's just
There's a
watching
cameraman there.
Demolition Man the movie.
I did like the line we were talking about Sandra Bullock. I did like the line, "You really licked his ass."
That was really.
But if they had just done that and then that was it.
There were,
but they just kept doing it over and over and over again.
Also, in the final fight sequence, when Stallone is being held by the claw, and he's like being turned, and Phoenix is literally shooting at him with an Uzi from like 5 feet away, and not a single bullet, and he's like, boom, boom, boom.
That's just
ding, 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 ding.
He's living on luck through this whole movie. Like he should have died 1,000,000 times when he goes underground and not only gets a rat burger for a Rolex, which it's like, is that department that stylish, that standard issue? How did he get a fucking Rolex?
But also, what good does it do them?
Like he barters like because they can't go to the but they can't go to the surface.
But here, have
What
a
do they do?
Rolex.
Is there an underground way to sell this Rolex? And it introduces there's a car with an engine because we need a cool car.
Did they introduce that car before he was driving it?
He
Yes, yeah.
He needs to. He finishes that rat burger. He has to finish that rat burger.
I have to say, I kind of want.
How it doesn't kill him, I don't know. But Jack Black, did anyone notice he's an extra in this? Matt's delightfully nodding.
I didn't see that.
He knocks his gun? He knocks something out of his hand.
Yeah, he's one of the underground like pals of
Dennis
Edgar
Leary.
Friendly.
Did you think when you saw the rat burger? Did you think of Ron Swanson's burger when they have the
I didn't, but I am
the
now.
burger off?
You really ruined that for me just now.
No, but Ron Swanson's burger is like the best. It's just a patty and a bun, and they all
And
take
ketchup
a bite and
if
like,
you want.
Yeah, ketchup if you want.
If you're a sissy.
And he's like, "This is
about
delicious.
it.
I want this."
I'm desperate to know how far is the reach of San Angeles and what is the level of them being able to keep people from getting out of there. It feels like Escape from. Want Kurt Russell.
That's what I'm saying.
In the John Carpenter version of I'd rather watch Escape from New York, and Phoenix's guys all show up, and that's the thing is Phoenix is always going to think of a way to outthink Cocteau. It seems like Cocteau has the upper hand because Phoenix can't kill him.
But you're right though. Like the world is so small. Why is how in this place he just randomly shows up and sees both friendly and like the world is so small.
Yeah.
The entire. I wonder if the how the Super Bros set was just like one.
I was wondering if they used pieces of that in this movie.
Yeah.
So it's someone references. What if I left or something like that at some point, and then Phoenix is talking about how they could run the whole West Coast.
Yeah,
or
give me
something.
these cities.
Yeah,
He asked
yeah.
for cities from
But
Cocteau.
outside of that, that's the only clues that we have.
That's his goal, is to start taking over areas of.
That's why he brings everyone out. But why does Kato agree? I don't understand.
Because Phoenix says, "I need more Mad Dog killer types to take out Spartan. If you want Spartan gone, I need help."
But if Kato's supposed to be this all-knowing, brilliant, like god
Right.
of a person,
Why didn't he
Why
didn't he program these guys that he brought out to not kill him too?
Right, because it just happens like that too. It's just
He's like,
just
I didn't
dead.
think of that.
It has to be like Phoenix is the brilliant criminal mind where he was programmed to outthink his creator or whatever. The movie does too much in terms of like, I think I've called it the doing too much countdown, where like so much is happening and nothing.
Especially in the third act.
It goes flying toward this, like that car that fucking Stallone crashes after the thing is explained, where he's like, hey, I killed all the hostages. And it happens during a fight while a car is speeding.
Yeah.
And it's like an ADR thing. So much is thrown away. Like Snipes is thrown out of the car. And Stallone is like, you Mickey Mouse piece of shit, which I like the line. And I like the idea of the foam. But as you guys were saying, like, you're dead. Like, that foam is going to kill you.
Yeah,
like, you're going to drown in foam.
You're going to suffocate immediately. Like that, I was like, "Oh, that's an interesting idea. Why haven't they thought about?"
Great.
Oh, that's why. Yeah,
the idea is great. Oh, because it's not executable.
Well, if you don't open your mouth when you're getting into a car crash, it won't go in your mouth.
Remember, kids, if the car crashes, close your mouth.
If it shoots a big Demolition Man cylinder down your throat to hold your throat open, and then surrounds you with foam, right?
Yeah.
If it shoots foam at you from the big Demolition
in
Man,
the concept of cryogenic freezing, how do you not freeze your lung? Like,
did they time it?
I have so many. Like,
He's about to die. Drop it now.
Wasn't there a countdown?
But if you take an inhale of breath in the water,
Matt's like, please,
like
tell
right
me.
when you're being frozen, like how do you? I don't know.
People's ability to hold their breath is different.
Do
How
your
did they
eyes
know when to
freeze?
freeze him?
Do your eyes freeze?
Everything freezes.
No, he says that he saw his wife banging on the.
Yeah, he could see everything. He
So
experienced
he's-
everything.
he's-
He's awake.
That's a hell.
That's what he says.
That's hell.
That's the only thing interesting is that he goes into that dark place as a character for a minute.
I think like we've done Minority Report on this or this podcast, whatever the fuck this is,
program,
and that's a better like just that to
Matt
me
gets it.
Yeah, that's a better version of that, right, where you're taking all these bodies and putting them in stasis.
Well, and it's like Spartan's wife and daughter are mentioned, and it's like, your wife's dead, your daughter, we're going to mention her at points, and we're not going to figure anything out.
He says, I don't want to go see her or something like that.
Yeah, but it's a thread that never feels like it's... This movie feels like it's full of, oh, I'm on your side, don't stop me. It's full of threads that don't wrap up. Like, they don't tie up loose ends. Friendly lives up to his name, though, and is like, I'm going to help you, Spartan, because Cocteau's the worst, and you're the alpha male.
Imagine if he wasn't friendly.
How weird would that be?
That'd be so clever.
I want to run naked in the streets covered in green jello and nacho cheese. I want to eat my own butt and whatever. He just goes, oh my God, rant is so crazy.
Terrible.
Is it supposed to be like motivational?
I guess like... At least he's living free. And it's like, everything about what you're saying sounds awful.
Also, Alfredo Garcia turns to the rebels.
He immediately turns into...
Off camera?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're Pancho Villa. Cocteau
There is a significant amount of racism in this movie.
Yeah,
Dude,
Alfredo Garcia.
There's so many impressions.
Weird Asian stuff, too.
And
Like
comments.
very subtle,
and,
weird Asian.
Oh, weird. Yeah, when Wesley Snipes sees the Asian schoolgirls.
And he gets racist with them. Like, well, dude... The movie does, I was saying this about Heathers, another Daniel Waters movie. It's careful to make awful people awful and not so people not as awful. But like, again, like with Spartan, like that really super does not work. Like that doesn't float for me. Like it feels so non-committal.
Yeah.
And when Cocteau is killed, it's so anticlimactic. Like Phoenix, the way that Phoenix outthinks him, like, I'll just defrost other guys that listen to me and have them kill you and throw you in a fire. The movie does show that, like, his way of thinking and everything, it's disposable, it's bad. Like, they even throw, like, a dummy in a fire, like, this guy means nothing. But also, like, this movie took a lot of fucking time, so disagree.
Yeah.
Don't you wish that Dennis Leary came over and made himself a taco or something?
Something.
Yeah.
So Phoenix is now, his grand idea is that he's killed Cocteau, is he's going to take over whatever St. Angeles
or
is,
whatever,
the universe, the known universe, and he is going to do this by unfreezing everyone, including Jeffrey Dahmer. And we get into this cryo fight post a car chase and a physical fight and gunfights and different types of fights. This movie is showcases of fights.
It's the end of a Fast and Furious movie.
And Phoenix beats the living hell out of him most of the time, and then Stallone punches him once, and he gets really like hurt, and then he beats the shit out of him again, and then he's a far superior fighter than Stallone.
The frozen effect is not good. on. I like the final effect of the frozen body of Phoenix and the kicking of the head, but like the digital effect of it, like the freezing.
That's what I meant with special effects, where it starts to get real. At least on my TV, started to look real weird.
It looks very grainy. Yeah.
Well, as we're traveling through this showcase of fights, it has this cool, one of the better fight scenes with Sandra Bullock. Where we can see what she can do
in the San Diego Convention Center.
Yeah, this like yes, madam, like super cool, like kicky thing happens, and then fucking Stallone glow rods her, which is the thing that like knocks people out. That's the weapon of the future. And we go to this fight showcase with. I would rather see Snipes and Bullock fight, at least for a little bit of this, as I know Stallone has to be the hero. But the fight is really unsatisfying. Matt, as you were saying, Stallone says at a point, part of Snipes' training or programming or what happened is he's 3 times stronger than he was than when he was frozen. Like, this guy should be way more formidable than he is. And it takes a long time, but doesn't seem hard.
Right.
The final fight is kind of unhinged.
And the bullets are cartoons that fly in like corkscrews or something.
And not cartoon bullets from Roger Rabbit.
The Lord only knows. Dude, I like the commentary, whatever people interpret it as, that assistant Bob, who I really like the Glenn Shattuck's performance. I like so many performances by so many character actors in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
I can't say how much I love Bob Gunton, and Benjamin Bratt's performance is enough. I think they're so great.
And then
I like Alfredo Garcia's.
And then they get to
Genesis is I break out. I'm my own person.
And they finally get to be together in Miss Congeniality.
Right.
Which is a better movie.
Let's
start a list.
Movie. How much time do we have? How long have we been recording?
What about the great performance by the random woman who's naked and says, "Oh, hi. Oh, sorry, wrong number." And then it goes to the video of Kato. Do you remember this?
Oh, yeah,
it goes really fast.
It cuts to titties like it's a Joel Silver movie. Yeah. Like, it's just titties that happen at very...
She goes, "Oh, wrong number, sorry." And then it just immediately somehow cuts to him finding out that they're conspiring together.
As we're on that moment, too... I don't love the chemistry between them. I don't feel it a lot. The moment that I start to feel it is when she's like, "Will you have sex with me?" And Stallone's like, "With you? Now? Here? Oh, yeah." But it ultimately feels like the whole thing is like, "Oh, you mean, of course you'd want to have sex with me. Oh, yeah, I'm the best."
It's definitely not the Keanu and Sandra Bullock.
No, it's way different. Like, of course you'd want to fuck me. Yeah.
Now imagine Keanu in this role.
Oh, dude, I would love Kurt Russell in this role. There's so many Tango and Cash. So when the kiss finally happens,
Owen Wilson would be great in it.
Luke Wilson, even. Wow. That's gotta hurt, Gene or Sly. They kiss, and the idea of the movie is you gotta have a little fascism and a little rock and roll. I don't know. Come to Rock and Roll Hard Rock Cafe. See my dick. I don't know. I'm frozen.
Come to Planet Hollywood. I don't know.
Wear your kimono. I don't know.
Remember Planet Hollywood?
No.
No one does.
Not really. So we've reached the end of Demolition Man. Is there anything we missed, Matthew? Anything you'd like to say?
It wasn't 2.5 hours.
Are you sure?
You sure about that?
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
It's an hour and 57 minutes, so it does not break our rule of 2 hours and 22 minutes or longer.
You're saying
it's not a sequel, any of that?
Tyler Dodge did this.
Dr. Dodge.
We're all looking for the guy responsible for this.
This in Waterworld? What's going on here? Am I taking crazy pills?
Hey, but he picked me out.
What's in
because
the
I'm
mail?
such a
No, not this again.
I'm such a good guest, and I really appreciate that. Thank you, Dr. Dodge.
I cried laughing in this episode.
That's true.
I cried. I don't know, come see my dick.
Maybe
Put on your
Demolition
glasses.
Man was the friends we made along the way.
There's nothing we missed, Matt? We're good?
I think I saw somewhere that the main writer wanted to make an action version of a Woody Allen movie.
Oh, whoa, missed it completely. Awesome.
Wait, are you serious?
That's great.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Not there.
This is the meme of Superman flying and the joke going over his head.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
That is really strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, not that at all. And you know who I want to cast? Sylvester Sly Stallone.
Imagine Brendan Fraser in this role. I think that'd be good too.
Oh man, dude, okay, this is where I don't want to do this thing where I want
Blast
to talk
from
about
the
what I saw,
past?
not what I wish I would have seen.
That's
Okay,
true,
because
yeah.
we could take every Stallone movie and say, what if it was a different actor?
Not Cobra.
Not Rocky.
Crimes
Not
and
Rocky.
disease
Come
is the
on.
cure.
Hey, Adrian.
Rocky is. Was that Owen Wilson or was that your Stallone?
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I don't think we missed
Oh, wow.
anything, by the way.
Oh, wow,
We're ready to
Adrian.
re-rate this movie. We've spoken about it ad nauseum. That's gotta hurt, Sly. Matt. Now, you started at a 1.5. Not with a heart or anything.
No, 1.5 little girls saying, fuck you, lady.
Her delivery
See,
is so good.
That's such a good Stallone.
Thank you. Now,
Yeah, that's right. Good job, kid. Tell her.
I've had a wonderful time talking about the movie,
Yeah.
and that says something.
You'd never watch it again. You're not gonna go up.
I'm
You
not.
had an okay time.
I'm not. I'd rather watch Street Fighter.
Wow.
I'm with you.
I guess you didn't see that video.
So I don't know why I would watch this movie again.
The last 2 times I watched the Van Damme Street Fighter,
It's pretty
my
fun.
score went up.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
I'm shocked by how much I enjoyed that
I watched
movie.
it on the airplane. Great movie to watch on an airplane.
I bet you didn't see that one coming, did you? Because you didn't have your glasses on.
So your rating is?
I'll go up to a 2.
I did not see that one coming.
Well, I think there's
Bum bum bum.
1.5. 1.5's really low.
That's very low.
That's
yeah.
very low. I'll go up a little bit. There are parts of it that are fun. It needs rewritten, reacted, reshot.
Oh my god. I like the photography of this.
Oh, the editing's good. We keep the editor if he's still around.
This is how studios operate. Yeah. This is how studios work, Matt.
Is this going to be another one of those episodes where in the editing process I go, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Debbie Downer.
I'm glad you came up to it too, because that feels more like you're so glad. You're glad you watched it. You're definitely glad you did this.
Yes, this is fun. I will say it's a terrible movie. But there's worse movies.
Yeah.
Oh God, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Especially when you think about
We're Stallones.
student films.
UCLA.
A guy out in his backyard with his iPhone trying to record a squirrel. You know, there's way worse.
Editing VCR deck to deck. I remade GoldenEye, Dad.
So in that, I mean, it's probably in the top 50% of movies ever made.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
We talked about this in an episode recently, actually. Ben was like, when you consider most movies are bad. And I was like, no, they're not. And Ben was like, oh, really? And just what you did just now.
Yeah. I was like, most movies made are bad. And it was like, yeah. I am going to stay at 3 seashells with a heart. For me, I think there's still a lot of credit to this movie. This movie is still very fun. And I think like I might have a little bit of a nostalgia pull still from being a kid and having a huge crush and liking the world of this movie. And yeah, to your credit, Paul, I think that like a lot of the futurist stuff is interesting and fun and like predicts some things, even though it's, you know, a lot of those things have are in other movies as well, or other stories and stuff like that. But I think one seashell has got to scrape once. The other one has got to scrape the second time. And then the third seashell has to scrape the other 2 to get it off.
Are we all going
Oh,
shit.
One more fact.
Shit.
Stallone was quoted in saying that 2 seashells, this is, I didn't hear him say it, but this is a real thing that I saw.
Did you read it?
Stallone said that he thinks he used 2 shells as chopsticks to remove the poop from your butt.
That shouldn't be what you need to do
You wouldn't think so.
after you're done pooping. That's not.
Oh no, it's still stuck. I gotta get in there.
Sly.
Also from behind.
Our viewers would like to know,
And you
what
have to-
about diarrhea? How do you clean off the liquid feces?
You know, hey. This is a
Adrian,
This is a real
freeze it. Oh.
Stay cool.
This is a real program that we do. Paul, please tell the people you're rating and we can get the fuck out of here.
Why?
I am, man, how the mighty have fallen from a 4.5 to a 4 with a heart to a 3 with a heart. Three dumb little hats. The fact that like part of his like care package, I guess when he got out of freezing was like Rolex, yarn, and dumb little hat. Where it's like he has to have that. Was this in his? Did it go to prison with him when he was frozen?
You get a
the
merch
fuck
bag.
is this?
I don't know.
So I'm with Ben. I'm glad I own it. I'm glad I own it in 4K. I think it looks great. I think it sounds great. I really like the score. Ben, kind of what you're saying. It's a fun adventure ride. It's a fun adventure movie experience. It sure as shit ain't an adventure story.
No.
This is why I wish this were the sequel to Cobra, where he was Cabretti, part of the Demon Squad or whatever it was. It's just a thing where it's like the character and the world is so fleshed out. Ben, you were talking about world building and the other character actors around it and the way it looks, and I don't know, but 3. I'm glad I own it. I will watch it again. I think I will talk a little bit more about some of the high ridiculousness of this movie than I ever have before. Because a week ago, I would have said 4.5. Gotta watch Demolition, man. Great commentary about the future and fascism and whatever. And it's just like, no, and just throws it in the garbage. Like it shoots out of a thing in the wall and you wipe your ass with it.
Yeah.
And that's the end.
Ending scene when he's just like, just meet somewhere in the middle is just the bow on like
movie.
It's just, you're
apathetic.
just like, oh
movie.
God,
Yeah,
that's what you came up with?
You care for nothing?
Yeah, it's just apathetic. It's just like
Must be exhausting.
Milquetoast, ride the middle line. Don't be a rebel and don't be
it's
fascist.
Like, when they kiss at the end, again, where it's like her chemistry toward him is great, and you can tell he loves it. But I don't feel the chemistry between the two of them, him toward her.
But no one had kissed him in a while, so
I actually think that if he had been
20 minutes,
okay, this is where I get armchair quarterbacky for just a hot second. But if he had in the past been a police officer who like follows the rules to a T, like Hot Fuzz, like that kind of character. And then he's brought into a world that's multiplied by 1,000. It's his worst quality.
That he sees the woe in his ways.
Yeah. And then he's able to like, So I think the muddiness of the
Hot
script
Fuzz was also so good.
Yeah,
so
but like the muddiness of the script and the themes.
If he remade the movie, it'd probably be great.
Edgar Wright?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Maybe.
I mean, he did remake Running Man.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about this movie having similarities with Running Man?
I think we should get out of here, Paul.
I think we probably should too. Hey, Matt, you do our themes for What You've Been Doing.
Mm-hmm.
What are we watching?
What are we watching? The extended Halloween cut,
which you can pay for. It's behind a paywall now. So if you have a spare couple hours,
wait, you make money off of that shit?
God damn it!
I don't remember the contract.
Let me whip this thing out.
I get paid in peanut butter M&Ms.
So,
yes,
Matt, who does a couple of our themes, ended at a 2. Mm-hmm. I ended at a 3 with a heart. Ben ended at a 3 with a heart. Chris Olds, who did Running Man with us, does Fun Facts. You do some of the interstitials.
Jamie Henwood. Don't forget Jamie.
Our bookends are by Jamie Henwood. You can follow Ben on Letterboxd at RunBMC. You can follow me at Paul X Badley. The podcast is at ReviewX2 Podcast.
You can listen to my music. It's Yonder House on Spotify and Apple Music.
All right. Don't forget your glasses.
Next time.
When you drive home.